A fee will then be charged at the time of pickup. Plus, they can do your side dishes and desserts as well. For more information, just call the Country Mart Deli at 729-3455. Happy Thanksgiving from your friends at Country Mart right here in Salem.
Did you know that hand washing was the single most effective way to stay healthy? This is Deborah Hobson, Director of Infection Prevention, Employee Health and Education. Many diseases and conditions are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean running water. Germs can get into the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. If you have any questions regarding proper hand washing techniques or infection prevention, give me a call at 729-6626 Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Outside our KSMO studios, we have cloudy skies with winds out of the north-northeast, currently at about 9 miles per hour. They do gust up to as much as 19 miles per hour. Well, now for your noon hour weather forecast here on KSMO. Today will be mostly cloudy with a high temperature near 58 degrees. North winds will be anywhere from 7 to 13 miles per hour with gusts as high as 19 miles per hour. Tonight we do have a 20% chance of showers up until about 10 p.m. We'll have cloudy skies tonight, but they'll gradually become partly cloudy, and we'll have a low temperature around 38 degrees. North winds tonight will be about 6 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Tomorrow should be sunny with a high temperature near 60 degrees. Westerly winds will be 5 to 8 miles per hour, becoming northerly during tomorrow morning. And wind chill values early tomorrow could be as low as 34 degrees. Tomorrow night we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 32 degrees. North winds will be about 6 miles per hour, becoming easterly after midnight tomorrow night. Saturday is Veterans Day and will be sunny with a high temperature near 58 degrees. Winds will be out of the east at 6 to 9 miles per hour. Saturday night we expect partly cloudy skies, low around 32. Then we should be sunny on Sunday with a high temperature near 61. Will be mostly clear Sunday night with low temperature around 35. Then Monday we expect sunny skies with a high near 65 degrees. Skies should be mostly clear Monday night with low around 35 degrees. Then Tuesday sunny again with a high temperature near 63. Tuesday night will be mostly clear with low around 37, and Wednesday will be mostly sunny on Wednesday with a high temperature near 63 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update, brought to you as a courtesy of your hometown radio station, KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
I'm always amazed by the amount of misinformation groups masquerading as animal welfareists can create. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Most of us look at a wild-eyed and wild-haired girl wearing little more than a lettuce leaf while spreading anti-meat propaganda as fanatical. Comb that girl's hair and put her in a suit and heels, and boom, suddenly people are listening to what she has to say. Identifying someone as an animal rights activist isn't as easy as it used to be. Identifying an animal rights agenda isn't as easy as it used to be. Today, the activist oftentimes looks less like an extremist and more like, well, a friend. The activist that is trying to convince people to stop eating meat could very well be your waiter, your neighbor, or your preacher. One thing I've learned from social media is that many of my acquaintances, including some cousins and some old friends, lean much closer to supporting an animal rights state than I would have ever imagined. These people are not extremist in their actions, but in their Midwestern-born and farm-raised hearts, the lines are blurred between kittens and calves. Most grew up with meat on the table and still enjoy it today. However, many of them don't want to think about the connection between the new calf in the pasture and the steak on their plate. Ag literacy programs for school children and adults are so important. Talk to your friends and neighbors on social media and in person about what you do on your farm. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
This spotlight on soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. Members of Missouri Common Ground are in Kansas City for the Heartland Youth Soccer Tournament, illustrating the amount of active ingredient used in crop protection chemicals. Missouri Soybeans Outreach and Education Director Bailey Asbury says the illustration involves tournament coffee vendors and the messaging, "It's not a latte," or "It's not a lot."
It's just a coffee cup full. And so being able to share that with our urban consumers about the sustainability aspects of our farmers and how we really do care for the ground, or we're not overusing chemicals or other crop protection tools.
Asbury says the large tournament is an opportunity for Common Ground to reach an audience far removed from the farm.
Being able to truly educate the non-agriculture facing demographic is really what we're excited about.
Learn more online at mosoy.org. From Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
It's that time of year again, when it's time to pull out the old gun and take aim for the KSMO turkey during our annual turkey shoot. Starting Wednesday, you'll have the chance to bag a 10 to 13 pound best choice hen turkey from Country Mart if you can guess how many shots it will take to kill the KSMO bird. When you hear the turkey gobble, just be the fourth caller at 729-6659, and we'll give you a chance to win the KSMO turkey and some other Thanksgiving goodies. Remember, when you hear the gobble, be the fourth caller at 729-6659. It's the KSMO Annual Turkey Shoot, brought to you by your friends here at KS 1340 AM and your friends at Country Mart on Highway 3272 East in Salem. And all get started Wednesday morning on KSMO Radio.
Direct cash cattle trade is picking up steam and cash hogs are steady to firm. Hello, I'm Brent Barnett with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. In cash cattle country, some light live trade is being reported in parts of the South at $180 to mostly $181, $4 lower than last week's weighted averages. Dress deals in the North are being marked at $287, $5 lower than last week's weighted averages. Some asking prices remain firm around $183 in Kansas and Texas, and $288 to $289 in Nebraska and Iowa. Boxed beef was mixed at midday. Choice is 30 cents higher at $299.05. Select was down 54 cents at $270.49. At Winter Livestock in Kansas, feeder steer 700 to 950 pounds sold steady to $2 higher compared to the most recent sale. Steers 600 to 700 pounds were steady to $2 lower. Feeder heifers 550 to 900 pounds sold $3 to $7 lower. Heifer calves 400 to 550 pounds were $8 to $10 higher. USDA says demand was moderate on feeder cattle and good on calves. Slaughter cows and bulls sold $6 to $8 lower. Feeder supply included 55% steers, and 58% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers, 612 to 647 pounds, brought $240 to $251. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 550 to 599 pounds, sold for $223 to $239. Cash hogs are steady to firm with a light opening negotiated run for the major direct markets. It looks like at least a few buyers have had to bid up to secure the needed near-term supplies. Still, market-ready numbers are ample in most areas, and spending will likely continue to be limited by generally slow wholesale demand and heavier average weights. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were 47 cents higher, with a base range of $64 to $71 and weighted average of $69.09. The Western Corn Belt had no comparison, but a weighted average price of $65.54. Butcher hogs at the Dorchester, Wisconsin markets were steady at $55. Sows are steady at $36 to $42, boars $12 to $18. Pork values were steady to higher at midday, up 5 cents at $86.63. I'm Brent Barnett with with Brownfield.
This spotlight on soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. Members of Missouri Common Ground are in Kansas City for the Heartland Youth Soccer Tournament, illustrating the amount of active ingredient used in crop protection chemicals. Missouri Soybeans Outreach and Education Director Bailey Asbury says the illustration involves tournament coffee vendors and the messaging, "It's not a latte," or "It's not a lot."
It's just a coffee cup full. And so being able to share that with our urban consumers about the sustainability aspects of our farmers and how we really do care for the ground and we're not overusing chemicals or other crop protection tools.
Asbury says the large tournament is an opportunity for Common Ground to reach an audience far removed from the farm.
Being able to truly educate the non-agriculture facing demographic is really what we're excited about.
Learn more online at mosoy.org. From Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Annette Cyrus of Rolla passed away Sunday, October 29th at the age of 79 years. A memorial service for Annette Cyrus will be Friday evening at 4 p.m. at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. A visitation for family and friends will be held at the chapel prior to the service from 3 until service time at 4. And all arrangements for Annette Cyrus of Rolla are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Margaret Lorene Beasley, formerly of Steelville, passed away Friday, October 27th at the age of 85 years. Graveside services will be Saturday, November 11th at 10 a.m. at the Steelville Cemetery. And all arrangements for Margaret Lorene Beasley, formerly of Steelville, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Wilbert Falke of St. James passed away Wednesday, November 1st at the age of 87 years. A memorial service for Wilbert Falke will be Saturday, November 11th at 12 noon at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation will be held at the chapel prior to the service on Saturday from 10 until service time at 12 noon. Memorials are suggested at the Missouri Veterans Home in St. James. And all arrangements for Wilbert Falke of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Delvina Faye Barton, age 77, of Salem, passed away November 6th in Columbia, Missouri. A celebration of life will be held at a later date. And all arrangements for Delvina Faye Barton of Salem are under the direction and care of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commission met this morning at the courthouse for their regular meeting. At the meeting, Paul Heithold, Jimmy Crocker, and Myra Swires from the Denton County Soil and Water Conservation District were in to talk with the Commission about raising their allocation from $1,100 in the budget to $5,000 for 2024. The local Soil and Water Conservation District helps farmers with information and education, financial incentives, as well as technical support with the design, implementation, and maintenance to voluntarily implement soil and water conservation practices that decrease soil erosion and protect water resources. They also help farmers identify plant and weeds, plus help with mapping and planning. Most people know the district rents equipment like no-till drills, boomless sprayers, post drivers, soil test kits, and burn equipment. In Denton County, they are your point of access with USDA, FRA, and the NRCS and Missouri Department of Conservation representatives and their programs. They help Denton County with cost-share programs, and in fiscal year 2023, their allocation ended up being $1,213,251, while their allocation for fiscal year 2024 is $1,395,225 to date, with the fiscal year not ending until June 30th, 2024. They said the additional allotment would go to maintain and or purchase no-till drills, sprayers, and post drivers. The Commission appreciated them coming in and will consider their request in the 2024 budget. Grant Wilson from Jason Smith's office was in to report the new House Speaker is Mike Johnson, who was instrumental in getting Smith chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. He said Smith is in an interview on Fox News and said the Ways and Means Committee wants to investigate universities that condone the pro-Palestinian and Israeli protest and their funding mechanisms. Wilson also wanted to wish those who will be out deer hunting during the firearm season the best of luck. He said if you are deer hunting in the Ozark National Scenic Riverways and have unwarranted issues with park rangers, please let Smith's office know. Denton County Treasurer Danita Williams was in to present the sales tax monies received this month. The General Revenue Fund and Law Enforcement Sales Tax Funds each received $84,018.42, which is about $200 more than for November of 2022. Year-to-date, the General Revenue Fund and the Law Enforcement Sales Tax Funds are down about $66,720. The Road and Bridge Fund received $40,259.61 this month, which is up $1,726.97 from November of 2022. Year-to-date, that fund is down $29,597. The Jail Operation and Trust Funds each received $81,961.95, and that is up $3,898.71 from November 2022 receipts. Year-to-date, those funds are down $54,409. Neither district had a road report as both crews were off due to Veterans Day. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said the auxiliary heater in the men's room at the courthouse has now been installed to prevent pipes from freezing during the winter. Larson also said the Commission signed the paperwork to move forward with the TAP grant from MoDOT for the new sidewalk construction. He said they are still concerned about the price tag for the MoDOT portion of the project of $393,283, and should the cost exceed that amount, the county would have to cover that amount as well as contribute $100,000. He said he would be talking with Great Rivers Engineering and MoDOT before allowing the engineering to move forward. The TAP grant will begin January 1st, 2024. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said she balanced with the assessor and collector on all the collections, add-ons, and abatements for the month of October. She also wanted to report that candidate filing for the tax entity boards will be December 5th and ends on December 26th. Curley said the law in Missouri states that tax entity office must be open on December 26 for those wishing to file. Since Christmas is on Monday, most of these entities would also be taking Tuesday off, but municipalities, school districts, fire districts, and hospitals will have to have someone in the office on the 26th. Curley said work continues on the budget, and the Dent County Courthouse will be closed on Friday. The next meeting of the Dent County Commission will be Monday at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. The City of Salem Finance Committee will be meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. After the budget review, the committee will discuss a reserve policy for the General Revenue Fund and also discuss an amended investment policy. The committee will then address questions or concerns before adjourning. The meeting tonight of the Finance Committee was called by Finance Committee Chairperson Kayla Cisco. An accident happened in Dent County Tuesday afternoon around 3:32 on Route C about a mile south of Annette. According to the Highway Patrol report, 32-year-old Kyle Keller of Rolla was riding his 2023 Yamaha motorcycle northbound when he struck a deer in the roadway and was ejected from the motorcycle. Keller suffered serious injuries and was flown by Mercy Lifeline to the University Hospital in Columbia. He was wearing safety equipment at the time of the accident. The motorcycle was totaled and removed from the scene by American Automotive and Towing. The Highway Patrol was assisted at the scene by the Dent County Sheriff's Department. An accident occurred in Phelps County Tuesday afternoon around 3:55 on Phelps County Road 5480, about 10 miles east of Rolla. According to the Highway Patrol report, 70-year-old Gary Hewlett of Rolla was riding a 2009 Yamaha Grizzly 550 ATV northbound when the vehicle went off the left side of the roadway where the ATV struck a fence and overturned. Hewlett suffered serious injuries and was flown by Phelps Air to the University Hospital in Columbia. Hewlett was not wearing safety equipment at the time of the accident. The ATV was driven from the scene. Salem Already School District will again salute veterans this year with a Veterans Day Assembly tomorrow, Friday, November 10th. Breakfast for the veterans will be held in the high school cafeteria at 8:15 before they enter the gym around 8:45 and take their place in special seating area for the assembly. Principal Jody Haven will say the Pledge of Allegiance before the Salem Chamber of Singers sing the national anthem. A former veteran will be the guest speaker and will give a short 10 to 15 minute speech before the band plays a patriotic number. Following their performance, a slideshow prepared by the yearbook staff will be shown. The assembly is expected to be less than an hour. All veterans can park in the bus lanes on the Circle Drive and enter in the front doors to the lobby, or they can enter through the main office doors, which are handicapped accessible. All veterans are welcome, and if you have questions, contact Salem High School at 729-6641. The Missouri State Highway Patrol would like to remind the public that driver examination stations throughout the state will be closed tomorrow, Friday, November 10th, in observance of Veterans Day, and on Thursday, November 23rd, in observance of Thanksgiving. They state and remind you that too many people die in traffic crashes each year in Missouri, and the choices you make when you're behind the wheel do matter. Make a good choice so you'll never have to say, if I could just go back. For more news, follow the Missouri State Highway Patrol on X at MSHP TROOPERGHQ. The Salem Area Chamber of Commerce will hold their annual membership banquet Tuesday night, November 14th, with the doors opening at 6 o'clock. Dinner will be served at 6:30, featuring lasagna, green beans, salad, bread, dessert, and a drink. The entertainment will begin at 7 and will feature Chris Stanley with comedy, magic, and fun. The event will be hosted by the Wilson Mortuary at the Wilson Family Center, and all chamber members are welcome to attend for free, but you must let them know you're coming. Contact the chamber office at 573-729-6900 to reserve your seat for the banquet, or stop by the office at 1136 South Main Street in the Crossroads Shopping Center. The Dent County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will be meeting Tuesday evening, November 14th at 6 at the fire station located at number 2 South Main Street. After the roll call and approval of the consent agenda, the board will review the minutes from the October meeting before hearing the financial report and approving bills, as well as reviewing the budget. The monthly reimbursement report will then be presented after the calendar review. Any old or new business will then be heard before Fire Chief Brad Nash makes his report to the board. Before adjourning, the date will then be set for the December meeting. The meeting Tuesday evening of the Dent County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will be open to the public. Well, that's been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Hello, my name is Samantha Welch. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. If your family is in need of a medical provider, I'm accepting new patients of all ages. Our clinic is located at Physicians Office Building 3 on the SMDH campus. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Please call 729-8000 to set up an appointment. Salem Memorial Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
Here at KSMO Radio, we do want to remind you that Country Mart will be holding a holiday open house today, tomorrow, and on Saturday, where free samples of cheeses and dips will be available while supplies last. I also want to talk to you about their party trays, because they've got party trays for every size party. Different types of trays: veggie trays, fruit trays, meat trays. You can have cold cut trays. You can have chicken tender and chicken bite trays. Yeah, you can have all kinds of different trays. They will have those all available, and you can talk to them about that for your next holiday tray need. Again, see the store for details at Country Mart and their holiday open house. It's going on today, tomorrow, and Saturday with free samples of cheeses and dips, and you're welcome to come on by and check it out till 6 tonight while supplies last. Holiday open house at Country Mart right here in Salem. They're here to help you save.
And just inside of half court, bang! Bang! At the buzzer! He climbed the elevator, caught it with 2 hands, and punched it on the way down. Scooped up, thrown up, off the backboard and in, and Missouri wins.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
The bragging rights trophy is coming to Como, folks.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Run out to the rim, and he flushed it.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports. It's being brought to you by your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The City of Salem Youth League basketball and cheerleading are accepting late sign-ups for boys and girls in 1st through 6th grades. The cost for basketball is $45, and for cheerleading it is $55, both of which include the late fee. The last day to register will be Monday, November 13th. Practices will begin in December, and games will be held in January. To register your child for basketball or cheerleading, go on Facebook to the Salem Mo Parks and Recreation page to find the direct link to Team Snap to register your child. For more information on, or if you have questions, email Melissa DuBois at salemparks@salemmo.com. The St. Louis Blues will host the Arizona Coyotes tonight at the Enterprise Center at 6:30 to wrap up their 4-game homestand. You can hear the game on KSMO AM 1340 and FM 95.7. The Missouri Basketball Tigers will host Memphis Friday night at 7:30 at the Mizzou Arena. That game can be heard on KSMO Radio. Missouri is 1-0 on the year. The number 16-ranked Missouri Football Tigers will host the number 14-ranked Tennessee Volunteers this Saturday at 2:30 at Faurot Field, and the game is sold out. Missouri and Tennessee enter the game with 7-2 overall records and 3-2 SEC conference records. The game can be heard on KSMO Radio. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, and it was brought to you by KSMO Radio. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Pollock, interesting weekend in the SEC after Mizzou cost themselves the East, losing to Georgia. The Tigers, now ranked 14th in the college football playoff rankings, face number 13 Tennessee Saturday. Both teams are 3-2 in the conference, and a win puts the Tigers in sole possession of second place. Cody Schrader says they're still fighting.
We still got 3 big games left. These games mean a lot. We're still chasing, bowl games or whatever it's at the end of the year. But yeah, my message to the team is just keep believing, don't give up. Everybody's believed in this program for a reason, and it's our job to finish out the season undefeated.
A win for Mizzou helps solidify their chances for playing in one of the New Year's 6 bowl games. Mizzou basketball back at it tomorrow night against Memphis. 5 players hit double figures in the season-opening win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Tamar Bates had 18 as the Tigers scored 101, and he says they're just going to keep coming after opponents.
We can sub in the game, play as hard as possible, and if you get tired, you go sit down, and we just always got fresh legs out there. And that's what the coaches preach, and they always tell us that our depth is one of our biggest strengths. So in knowing that, we just know we're going to max out every time we check in the game.
The Mizzou women play Indiana State tonight. The SLU Billikens beat up on the Lincoln Blue Tigers from Jefferson City, 102-66. What is Coach Travis Ford doing scheduling against a D2 school?
Especially if you got a new team, I think there's a place for them. I think it helps your team in some ways as far as getting other guys playing time, especially here early.
Hey, thanks to Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce was named Sexiest Athlete by People magazine. The NFL has played 49 international games. The Chiefs-Dolphins game drew the highest audience ever for one of those games, 9.6 million people watching on the NFL Network, and that doesn't include fans in KC who watched it on Channel 41. The Chiefs have had the highest-rated game in 4 of the first 9 weeks. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Football season is vaccine season. Get your COVID-19 vaccine information from your healthcare provider. Dr. Laura Morris with University of Missouri Healthcare.
Immunity after getting the shots, even if you got 2 or 3, and that immunity tapers off and drops down. It's important to get your shot updated. So the vaccine that you can get this fall will be a good match. It'll help protect you the way that the vaccines you got last year or the year before. So we need to keep you updated.
A message from the Missouri Immunization Coalition. Learn more at moimmunize.org.
This is Ernie Johnson Jr. Sports is about overcoming obstacles, and college coaches work hard to help young men overcome Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's called Coach to Cure MD, and you can help. Text the word CURE to 501-501 to donate $25 on your next mobile phone bill, or go online to coachtocuremd.org. Text the word CURE to 501-501. Help coaches cure MD.
Sponsored by the American Football Coaches Association. Texting and data rates may apply.
Learn more.
Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
Hi, I'm Doug Barnes from the Town & Country Bank. What does the farm mean to you? Maybe it means a weekend getaway for camping or hunting, or it's the life as a farmer. Maybe you want to build a dream home with a view. No matter what the farm means to you, Town & Country Bank can make it happen with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Town & Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 412144.
Country Top 40. Hey, it's Fitz, F-I-T with a Z from the Country Top 40 Countdown. And in case you missed it, Morgan Wallen was number 1 with Thinking About Me. But he's got some stiff competition going into the weekend with some heavy contenders like Dustin Lynch and Russell Dickerson. Anything can happen around here. So we'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz. CT40.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Hi, I'm Chris Kerber. And I'm Joey Vitale. We invite you to be our guest this season as we bring you the exciting play-by-play action of the St. Louis Blues.
We'll tell you about every big save, bone-crushing hit, and every game-winning goal on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO in Salem, Missouri.
Your radio home for St. Louis Blues hockey.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Exergen thermometers are proven to be more accurate than non-contact thermometers. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Clinical studies have proven that non-contact thermometers are inaccurate and can miss fevers. Accuracy matters. That's why the Exergen thermometer is trusted and used by medical professionals. Exergen thermometers are available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Choose a trusted and accurate thermometer for personal use. Learn more about why accuracy matters at Exergen.com.
With news on MissouriNet, I'm Marshall Griffin. A former bank branch manager in Kansas City has admitted to accepting Kansas City Chiefs playoff tickets and a new SUV in exchange for facilitating an over $12 million COVID fraud scheme by a business owner in Jefferson City. 48-year-old Anthony Brockman also pleaded guilty to a separate fraud scheme to receive unemployment benefits. A new chapter is here in Missouri's efforts to increase literacy among the youngest learners. Missouri has rolled out Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, a program that aims to inspire a passion for reading and learning in children under 5 years old. Office of Child Assistant Commissioner Pam Thomas says the cost-share program with the Country Singers Foundation provides an age-appropriate book each month to Missouri kids free of charge.
When they sign up in the month of November, their first book will come in the month of January, and their first book is always The Little Engine That Could.
To register, parents and guardians can go to imaginationlibrary.com. This is MissouriNet.